What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Bleach chapter 592. And this chapter, I gotta say, it was pretty good. To me, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a pretty good solid chapter. And this here was a pretty good week for Bleach. But the chapter itself, it starts off with everybody, like rather surprised to see Hitsugaya is now a zombie. Because I was definitely shocked last week. That right there was definitely, like a pretty good ending last week. But I am glad to see that we see Hitsugaya. He is now going in the zombie, and I gotta say, he is fighting so much better the zombie than he ever was alive. It's just so freaking crazy. And so now we see Hitsugaya. He is now staring at them, and we see that that Ikaku, he actually was like sensing his Ryasu, and he thought that it was almost gone. And so now we see that while they're all shocked, Hitsugaya is now holding back, and he actually draws his sword, or that he holds it up, and you just see Yumichika. He is trying to like block his attack with Kido, but we see Ikaku, like he already knew that right there wouldn't be enough, and so he like used his sword to send Yumichika flying, so that way he would not be in range of like Hitsugaya ice attack, because we saw that that the ice that he made, it was like it covered like a very wide radius, and I thought that like that every zombie would kind of like weaken, because we saw how Coolhorn was like manhandling Bambita, but Hitsugaya, he actually seemed to be more powerful as a zombie, and that right there, it's like really surprising. But we see now that like Yumichika, he is hurt because of that attack, but at least he wasn't frozen. And so right now, when he looks over at Ikaku, because he was talking to him, we see now that Ikaku leg is actually frozen. And so that right there is definitely not a good thing, but Ikaku will kind of make it seem like he lost his leg, like it's possible it'll never be unfrozen. I'm not sure why it would seem like that, but the way he was talking, it definitely seemed to be the case. But then we see out of nowhere, he just gets stabbed in the back, and you see Hisugaya's sword, come out of his chest, and that right there was like pretty crazy, because we see Hisugaya is not holding back. He's just so freaking ruthless, and he definitely, would have killed Ikaku if he's not dead, because you can see right now he is definitely on the verge of death. But right before Hisugaya could like deliver the final blow, you see Yumichika is now getting in there. But of course, like there's no way that these two could fight a captain, and we see now that when Yumichika was actually about to release his Shikai, you just see Hitsugaya, knee him in the stomach. But the thing is, though, he had used ice to make his knee, like a lot more sharper, and that right there, was like a pretty smart idea. I'm surprised that like Hitsugaya never thought that idea when he was alive, because he can control ice like that. You would think he would use it, in a more deadly way. But you just see now that like Yumichika, he's done for, because Hitsugaya is definitely, almost about to kill him, because we see now that when he cuts him down, you just see Yumichika, losing all this blood. But now we have Mayuri, who just like looking at him. And so we see now that right away he picks up on different things, because right now, like he notices that his body, it is moving like it did exactly when he was alive. So Mayuri actually studied Hitsugaya, fighting style, or he studied him a few times while he was fighting. But we see that even though, Hitsugaya did take out Ikaku and Yumichika, it definitely won't be as easy to take out Mayuri, because we saw him dodge that blade with ease. And that right there was awesome, because I already know that Mayuri will like probably win. I just wonder how he would do it. But he assumed that like that Hitsugaya was like turned into a zombie before he died, unlike Bambita. So this guy's like figuring out a lot of things. But we have Gigi saying that because he was turned into a zombie before death, he has these fresh cells, so their movements and reactions, they are much better. So his movements aren't dull like Bambita is, which like definitely makes a lot of sense. But he sees now that like but because of what Gigi said, Mayuri finds that absolutely ridiculous, and it's because that like Mayuri will find no pleasure or no fun in controlling someone who has no will or consciousness. And it goes to show you, you know, how sick he can be, because even Jeezy was saying that that he is no sadist like him. But we have Cool Horn here actually thinking that he can take on, you know, Hitsugaya. And that right there, you know, it was hilarious, because we see now that Mayuri was like telling him to get back, and you just see Cool Horn just get cut down out of nowhere. And it's crazy how we go from Cool Horn manhandling Bambita to like getting one shot by Hitsugaya. That right there is crazy. But we see now that like some kind of barrier, like I have no idea where it came from, but I'm guessing that Mayuri must have made it. We see now that it appeared and it actually, you know, like saved Cool Horn. But as a punishment, Mayuri is like leaving him on the verge of death. And that right there, you know, it's pretty hilarious. But now Mayuri wants to get in there, and he actually, you know, like doesn't want to fight him. But it's a problem because he does not want to kill Hitsugaya. I mean, he is a zombie, but technically he is still alive because he became a zombie at the verge of death. So it's different. But right now though, Mayuri, he actually has all of these drugs that like he would love to test out on him. So he wants Hitsugaya to become a guinea pig. But the thing is though, he's kind of using what the former Captain Commander said, because this right here will be for the sake of the Serete. So Mayuri is definitely sick, and I do wonder what kind of drugs does he have in store for Hitsugaya, because I'm pretty sure that like maybe one of them will actually save him. I'm not really sure, but like I said, this right here, it was a pretty good chapter of Bleach. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. But of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And as always, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. And you guys take it easy. I will see you all next time.